Welcome back to another episode of the Washington Capitals franchise rebuild. And in year number 1, we are all the way at the Eastern Conference Finals. We got the Washington Capitals taking on the Boston Bruins here. Just a quick recap. In game number 1, I wouldn't say game number 1, in round number 1, we took down the first New York team 4-2. And in the second round, we played a much harder New York team where they had Panarin, Zibanejad. They had Laffy Taffy at a 90 overall, I believe it was. Capo Caco at a high overall. Shesterkin. So a much better New York team, but we still end up taking that one 4-2, which was a huge win for us. And Series 1 was all overtime. Series 2, we blew out a couple of the games, but honestly, one of the unsung heroes of Series 2 was Connor Sheary. Connor Sheary had an unbelievable second round. Let's just a quick recap and see how the team's doing. So there it is. Alexander Ovechkin, almost a goal per game, 17 points in 12 games. He's been an absolute phenom the whole year and through this postseason. The year he had 113 points, 65 goals in 82 games, which is unbelievable. And then, of course, 17 points in the playoffs. Dylan Strome has really come alive playing on that first line with Kuzi and Ovi. So 66 points. I think the AI or the computer took him off the first line for some reason, and his points went down. But since putting him back on that first line in the playoffs, over a point per game has been really good for us. 4 power play points. So definitely want to keep an eye on Dylan Strome. John Carlson, over a point per game as well. 13 assists and +8. Everyone's a plus on the roster except for Anthony Mantha. So Mantha does have 10 points in 12 games, but a -6 means he's pretty unreliable defensively. Nick Backstrom, 11 points. Kuznetsov, 12 points. Sheary, there he is, 10 points. So Connor Sheary, in the regular season, he had 32 points. I mean, he's 1/3 of that in the playoffs already in just 12 games. So definitely someone who hopefully we can lean on a little bit more to keep scoring. 3 power play goals, 1 shorthanded goal, 1 game-winning goal. He's just been one of those. Every year there's an unsung hero. Every single year, there's an unsung, no one knew about it hero who just dominates in the playoffs. And this year, maybe that guy's Connor Sheary. TJ Oshie, 9 points. Like, everyone on our team is just pitching in wherever they can. Connor McMichael, 5 points. That's one of our young guys. I'd really like to grow him. And then Kreisov. I don't know what I want to think about him yet. He's been terrible since joining our team. But -3, 4 assists. Not going to be out there to score goals. But without further ado, let's go take a look at our enemies in this round here. The Boston Bruins, currently in real life, one of the best teams in the NHL. Actually, I think they are the best team in the NHL according to the record. They've lost 1 game on home ice. It's just been one of those seasons where they dominate. And they've had a lot of injuries, so I'm surprised that they're playing as well as they are. But leading the chart for them, Brad Marchand. We'll look at their lines after. David Pastrnak, Patrice Bergeron, David Krejci, Jake DeBrusk, Taylor Hall, Charlie McAvoy. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. But everyone on their team looks like just like our team, producing and scoring tons of goals. But let's go take a look at their lines here and see what we got to go head to head. And a quick reminder: here's our lines, just so you can see them quickly before. Ovi, Kuzi, Strome, Wilson, Backstrom, Oshie. And then we got Mantha, McMichael, Milano, Sheary, Eller, and Hathaway. So let's go see what the Boston Bruins' line composition looks like here. So Boston. First line, okay, so Marchand's not even playing on that top line, and he's playing center, which is very interesting. I guess his faceoffs aren't terrible, but I know in real life he does not play center. It's almost like Krejci should probably be their centerman, but what do I know? But Taylor Hall's going to be playing on that first line. Patrice Bergeron, one of the best two-way centers the NHL's ever seen. He's going to be an absolute menace to play against. And then David Pastrnak on the second line. They got DeBrusk, Brad Marchand, and Krejci. Obviously, Marchand and Krejci are going to carry that line. And DeBrusk, how is he doing? 13 points in 11 games, so over a point per game. Charlie Coyle, Pavel Zacha, and Craig Smith. And then Nick Foligno, Frederick, and then AJ Greer. So honestly, outside of their big three, I feel like we have a huge advantage. Like, Taylor Hall is basically going to be playing the same kind of role that Dylan Strome's playing, a lower overall in that top line, but gets it done. But defensively, what do they have? Okay, defensively, they're definitely better than us. I will 100% admit that. Hampus Lindholm, 87 overall now. Charlie McAvoy, 89 overall, superstar, X Factor, 25-year-old. He's going to be good for a really long time. Brandon Carlo, 26, Grizzlick, 84 overall, and Derek Forbert. And what else we got? Connor Clifton. Okay. And then in the nets, Olmark and Swayman. Olmark, 88 overall, Swayman, 85. That is a tough matchup, I will say so for myself. So yeah, they definitely have the advantage in nets. They definitely have the advantage in the back end. But forwards, I think we have the advantage there. But without any, let's get into this. Let's go. Washington versus Boston. We have home ice advantage going to Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. for game number 1 of the Stanley Cup Eastern Conference Finals. Who is going to be the hero for us this round? Can Connor Sheary keep it up? Is Ovi going to be the one to do it? Let's go. First period. We'll take it. The captain strikes first. Alexander Ovechkin scores his 12th goal in 13 games. Nick Foligno gets one for Boston. And just before the period ends, one of our minus players, a third liner, Anthony Mantha, gets another goal for Washington. Gives us a 2-1 lead heading into the second period where we score 2 more goals. It's from the back end, Dmitry Orlov, and then a power play marker from the Great 8 as the Washington Capitals have a 4-1 lead heading into the third period as we kill off a huge penalty. Another one, the penalty kill is stepping up here. 4-1, another penalty. Come on, boys. Of course, they're eventually going to get one. Holy, we've had 4 penalties. 5. The boys are trying to blow it here. All right, can we hold on here? No more penalties. Honestly, we should have won that game. 5 penalties? 5 penalties. 5 penalties at the end of the game? What even happens there? Let me see. So we got slashing Jensen, hooking Backstrom, delay of game Tom Wilson, hooking Tom Wilson, holding Dylan Strome. Like 5 penalties when you're up 4-1 in the third period of a playoff game. Probably not the best strategy, but we'll take the win 4-3. Ovi's up to 19 points in 13 games. Let's hop right into game number 2 of the series. Still in Washington, D.C. at Capital One Arena. Let's keep the fans happy and get another solid home win. First period, Brad Marchand scores his first of the series, I believe, as we are getting outshot 13-10 after 1, but it's still anyone's game. Second period, that is not good to see. That is not good to see at all. Brandon Carlo and Taylor Hall scored goals almost a minute and a half apart to give Washington a 3-0 deficit. Almost said lead. Third period, let's go. Come on. Let's just get one. Get one before the 10-minute mark, and it's anyone's game here. Just get one. Come on, boys. That's not going to help. Game number 2, Washington destroys us, it looks like. The shots are relatively even. Sonny Milano breaks the shutout to make it 4-1. But I think that's as close as we're going to get unless Ovi scores 1 with a couple minutes left. And that's going to be it for game number 2. A 4-1 loss. Olmark stole that one. He had a great game. Marchand, 2 goals. Their stars going to play. Their stars going to play good. We're not going to sweep these guys. It's just not going to happen. But now we're in Boston. We got to take one of these games. We're in the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Let's go. TD Garden. Come on, Washington. A tough game last game. Let's get a goal, at least in this first period here. First period. Okay, we're down, but we got a goal. They got their stars. They're flying. Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron. But we get a goal from TJ Oshie, which is good because we need him going. If we're going to win this series, we need TJ Oshie stepping it up. We're outshooting them 14-9, but down 2-1. Second period, David Krejci, welcome to this series as he scores. And again, we're outshooting them 27-18, but down 3-1 in the 4-1. Another penalty. The discipline on the Capitals is not looking good, but Evgeny Kuznetsov gets the team right back in it. Connor McMichael, okay, a 1-goal lead here. Keep pushing, boys. Down 4-1. We make it 4-3. We got 5 minutes left. Come on, please. 1 minute. Hampus Lindholm ices the game, and then they score another one. 6-3, and the Boston Bruins now have a 3 Sorry, a 2-1 series lead, not a 3-1. That would be scary. That would definitely be scary, but let's keep it rolling here. Come on, boys. This is a must-win game. This one, you cannot go down 3-1 against a team as good as the Boston Bruins. Our forwards are better. Let's go. We got to shoot, we got to score, and we got to sally. In Boston for game number 4 here. Come on. Connor Sheary, I haven't said your name at all here. Tom Wilson, where are you? John Carlson, your first of the playoffs would be nice right about now. First period, 0-0. We are having a disaster of a time trying to solve Olmark and Swayman on the other end of the ice. Come on, boys. Dig deep here. Second period, and there it is. I asked for John Carlson. I asked for Wilson, and TJ Oshie scores in back-to-back games. That's huge second period right there. And now just don't take any penalties, and we'll be fine. Just play clean hockey. Darcy Kemper keeps standing on your head. John Carlson scores his second of the game, second of the playoffs, and we give up a short-handed goal to Patrice Bergeron. Thank God that doesn't matter, but it does break the shutout for Darcy Kemper. But we're going to take game number 4, 4-1, thanks to a huge game from John Carlson. Ovi with 2 assists as well. Nick Backstrom, 2 assists. Oshie, 2 points. Wilson, 2 points. Kuznetsov gets a point. And Dmitry Orlov, a +4. That's what I like to see. Dmitry Orlov, +4. Keep that up. 24 minutes. He's logging some minutes out there. Dylan Strome, logging the most minutes out of any of our forwards. I don't know if I like that, but we won, so who cares, right? So going back to Washington, and now it's a best-of-3 series here. It's a best-of-3 series. Win 2 of the next 3. That's all we got to do. Win 2 of the next 3. We have home ice advantage, so as long as we win 1, Game 7 is on home ice if we lose. That's all we got to say. Game 7 is on home ice. Game 5. Come on, boys. A 2-2 series for a chance to, take that stranglehold against the Boston Bruins and move on to Alexander Ovechkin's second career Stanley Cup Finals. Ovi, I haven't seen you score in a couple games. Power play. Oh, we got to watch this. Power play. Come on. Do the boys have what it takes here? Come on. No, it doesn't look like we're able to capitalize. All right, first period. And that's not good. They scored 2 goals in a minute. It's Grzelcyk and Brad Marchand. Their stars are playing. Ours, we need to step up here. We need to step up big time. Ovi, you got to rally the boys or we're not going to win this one. Second period, Ovi gets a goal. They made it 3-0, but Ovi answered back. So we're only down by 2 going into the third period. It could be worse here. It could be worse. It can't be worse. We're down by 3 now. Colin Smith or Craig Smith, whatever his damn name is, scores an insurance marker. Brandon Carlo gets his third of the series, and we just got to assimilate this one. Ovi scores 2 goals, but just wasn't enough. Ovi does get the second star. Olmark with another game where he's phenomenal. It's just been that type of series. And now we're at the point where do we want to make any line changes? Do we want to change something up and see if we can spark the boys? Connor McMichael maybe? Do we line up? You know what? How's Dylan Strome played? 15 points. I'm going to line it up. You got to line up this first line right here. 78 faceoffs. Let's get Backstrom as the center iceman. Dylan Strome, you could play center here. 76. Tom Wilson, how have you done? Not a good second round for you. Oshie, it's been okay. Milano. Anthony Mantha, do we want to bring up? No, definitely not Mantha. Connor Sheary. Connor Sheary, we got to bring you up here. We got to figure out where we're going to put you. Mantha, you can go down. Milano, he scored 1 or 2. Connor McMichael, maybe it's just time. Get Connor McMichael a little bit down the roster here. And if I go Mantha there. Okay, we're making some moves here. Can we bring him up? No. We won't do that. So Sonny Milano, nothing personal there, but Connor McMichael, you're going to play on the 4th line now. We're going to get Lars Eller up, who hasn't been great, but he is not a minus player, which is crucial. Where McMichael is -7, Sonny Milano -7, and Hathaway +1. So I think making those changes, hopefully they help. Defense, I even want to give this guy a chance, kind of. Dmitry Orlov, he's +4 a couple of games, +8 total. Farabahi, he's hasn't really done much for us. I'm going to put Farabahi down the lineup. I'm going to give this guy more opportunity to play. Higher overall. I could even... And do I want to give Charlie Lindgren a start? I got to stick with Darcy Kemper. All right. We made a bunch of changes here. But are they going to be enough to propel us to a game number 7 back to home ice? Only time will tell. Slow simulation, and Dylan Strome on the second line scores a minute into the game to give the Washington Capitals a 1-0 lead. 10 minutes left in the first period. Penalty kill. This is a huge one, and we're able to kill off the first penalty of the game. 3 minutes. Just make it to the intermission. Boys. And there it is. First period, Dylan Strome gets us a huge goal. Up 1-0. Shots are 11-9. Boston's on home ice, though. They're going to push. And be ready, fellas. Be ready. We're going straight into period number 2. Power play. This is our chance. Unable to capitalize on the power play. And just, oh, man. Time just keeps ticking away. Every second is better for us. But Charlie McAvoy finally solves the brick wall. Darcy Kemper at the 9-minute mark to make this a 1-1 game. Neither team giving an inch on the ice. Boston has a chance to move on to the Stanley Cup Finals. Washington to push it to game number 7. 1 period. And it's Evgeny Kuznetsov who breaks the tie with a huge goal in the first 30 seconds, but their veteran, David Krejci, answers right back, but Farabahi gets a goal for the Washington Capitals, and Nick Foligno answers right back, but Nicholas Backstrom keeps the game going as we have a 4-3 lead. Never mind, Brad Marchand, we take the lead on 3 separate occasions, but we're unable to hold on, and game number 6, not 5, is going to need an overtime after an insane third period where we had the lead 3 different times but could not put the game away. And now, Washington, if you lose this game, it's all on you. We're starting the simulation, hands back off the controller, laying back in the chair. Power play, Ovi, come on, can't capitalize. And the Washington Capitals have been eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs. That's just that. You can't lose that game. That's all I'm saying. You can't lose that game. It was this Kryzov guy. It's always him. Why did I move him up? That terrible coach's decision. Terrible GM move. This guy's a bum. Should have never been playing in the first place. Oh my God, what a bum. Oh, what are we going to do with Kryzov? But that's going to end a good playoff run. Unfortunately, couldn't bring home the Stanley Cup this year. We're not rebuilding till Ovi at least passes the goals record, and Ovi is staying on our team. The Colorado Avalanche do win the Stanley Cup. Ovi's staying on our team until he retires. That's it. No question about it. Let's simulate to the draft here. I just want to see who wins the lottery. So it looks like the Winnipeg Jets will be getting Connor Bedard this year. Ottawa, anyone for Washington? I don't think I traded any picks. Yeah, no picks for us, which is completely fine. We weren't expecting any of that. Review retired players. Don't think Ovi retired, but let's double check. Joe Thornton, Ryan Kessler, Andrew Ladd, Valtteri Filppula, Brian Little, Brent Seabrook, and any of the goaltenders call it quits this year. No goalies. And then for Washington, no one for Washington retires this year. But wow. I thought we were going to make it this year. Ovi finishes with 27 points in the postseason, which is insane. Don't think we would have beat Colorado, but I think we could have given them a run for their money, I think we could have done it. But Ovi, 27 points. Kuznetsov, 20. John Carlson, 19. Dylan Strome, 16. I think Dylan Strome became really good this year. Up to an 84 now, so he grew just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Backstrom up to an 89. What's Ovi? Ovi 94, I believe he was a 93. Kuznetsov 91 now. So we did get some good growth here. Tom Wilson 86, Mantha 83 still, Sherry 82. So Sherry didn't really do much. I kind of talked him up a little bit. But before we end the episode, let's take a look at the awards here. Clean sweep for Colorado. Art Ross, Nathan McKinnon, Cal McCarr, Nathan McKinnon, Shane Wright, Nathan McKinnon, Robin Lehner, John Gibson, Ben Chariot, T. Strome, Ryan O'Reilly, Nathan McKinnon, Alexander Ovechkin. So yeah, basically Colorado won everything. That's just kind of how it went, and I want to see their record. I want to see what did Colorado do. So they are in the Pacific Division. Or sorry, not the Pacific Division. Where is it? Central. The Central Division. So 56 wins, 20 losses, and I can't believe Chicago did that well in year number 1. But 4 goals per game. Oh my God, filthy, 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 filthy. And the battery's low. So thank God that this video is just about to end up here. And then we got Colorado, 133 points for Nathan MacKinnon. Okay, that is disgusting. And out of all those, only 30 of them were power play points. But that is going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we'll do the draft, we'll do the off season, and we'll start up the new season. So thank you very much for watching. We're gonna load up this team. Washington will get a Stanley Cup before Ovechkin retires again. Thank you very much. Have a great day. See ya.